this issue comes out, X Factor number 105. And in the back is the letters pages, exchanges. And there's a letter in here by Christopher Paul Gethard. What was going through your head as a kid at that point?
I was just so sad when Madrox died. I can't tell you, I loved this X Factor run so much. You have to remember the historical context if I want to be a big nerd. X-Men are like the big kids on the block in the whole world of comics and increasingly in pop culture. Then all of a sudden you got X Factor, which has always been maybe not the crown jewel of the X family. All the outcasts and B characters, put them in their own book, have them sort of acknowledge that they're not the kingpins. So to a kid who felt like an outcast and a kid who wanted to be funny, this was built for me. So I became very, very obsessive, very attached. And when Madrox died, I cried. I cried my eyes out, and then I wrote a letter and detailed that I cried. If you ever go back and find this issue and read this letter, I would later become actually well known. I did a special on HBO about my issues with depression. If you read it, you're like, oh yeah, that's a 13-year-old who doesn't realize that he has a medically diagnosable mental disorder. And all of the clues are contained within the back of X Factor number 105. They published this 5 or 6 months after I wrote it. They happened to publish it, I believe. Let's check the date. Yep, that's August 1994. Let's remember, I entered high school September of 1994. My older brother was a senior, so there were photocopied renditions of this just being handed out. I still have a very good friend to this day, one of my best friends in the world, who the first time I met him in a class, he walked in, he goes, "Hey, you're the kid who cried when the multiple man died." And that's how I met one of my best friends.